Well, folks, please excuse me for this news stream acting up, and hopefully over the break we will get all that straightened out. We're about to switch companies to bring you a much better showing for those who are watching and listening on Ustream, and hopefully we can send the artists home with footage of their interviews. Man, we haven't been able to do that. Ustream sucks big balls.
Really?
But big shout, the brother is here.
Yeah.
Hot Cashay is in the building. Please let him know who you are.
First of all, man, thanks for having me.
Almost definitely, brother. Like I said, I was trying to tell you earlier, since I met Admiral.
Yo. Yeah.
We need that brother to come through.
Yeah, that's my combo.
Was it?
Right
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
you know?
that's my man. Good people's there, man.
Yes.
Not only musically, but as a man, good people's, man.
Yeah, we got a show coming up on 19th in the Bronx. I gotta find out exactly where, but it's in the Bronx on like 162nd, Club Union or something. One of the
The
clubs.
19th, what day is that for?
On a Friday. Yeah. It's gonna be heavy though. It's gonna be heavy. A lot of people in the.
Well, that's this Friday.
It's a cold drive, but we just we rocking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be heavy. Come out, you know what I mean, support. I definitely, if you got my Instagram, just stay tuned. You'll have the address and stuff like that.
Definitely. What was your first recollection of hearing hip hop music, then wanting to make it?
I mean, my uncle, I owe it to my uncle, man. First of all, my uncle, I used to grow up just hearing him rap and do his thing, you know what I'm saying, God rest his soul. And I used to say, I want to do that, I really looked up to my uncle. I never really had that father figure in my life, you know what I'm saying. I guess I never really had my real father in my life, so it was like my uncle. This is the first time I'm ever a little bit more letting people know what's going on a little more to my life, but I keep it 100. My father wasn't really around. My uncle was the one who was, giving me teaching me how to be a man and stuff like that, and how to grow up the right way and stuff like that. So I watched my uncle, he'd be rapping in the kitchen, and I'd be like, yo, he's the greatest. and I wanted to copy that. I wanted to emulate that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I'm going to do it. And then, as I got older, other people came to play my uncle.
How far back we talking here?
Oh, we talking 5, 6. I'm 5. I want to.
As far as the hip hop era.
Oh, era. I'll say.
What was
Snoop Dogg era? The first album, Doggy Style, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we talking Snoop. We talking Biggie's Ready to Die, right? No, Ready to Die came out in '95. But around that time, '93, '95, I was like just watching my uncle, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna do that. Then I started sneaking in because my grandma, she wouldn't really let me listen to hip hop. She used to be like, yo,
Big Mama.
Yeah, my grandmother, yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. My grandmother, I used to go to school, and one day, C-Town, they got sell tapes. Used to get 2 for $5. And I bought exactly. And I bought Doggy Style, and I bought Total. And I thought I could play it, and my grandma was like, no, I'm taking it. So, you know what I'm saying? I listen to my uncle for rap, you know what I mean? He always spit it, be like, so yeah, that's right.
Was there that one song playing on the radio that did it for you? Or was it just your uncle?
It was a multiple thing. My uncle, me actually seeing the videos, BET at that time, when they actually played videos back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a multiple thing, and I was like, yo, I want to do that, man. I admire, and it just wasn't for the flashiness. It was like something about the art, you know what I'm saying? And then my mom's on the other side, she would always play Sade and all these other records, so it was music around me, and it just soaked me up like a sponge. And I was like, yo, I want to do this. I knew from the time when I first started hearing me, I wanted to do music. I wanted to sing, even though I rap, I wanted to sing. Unfortunately,
me too, brother.
I wasn't blessed with you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The capabilities of singing. I try to harmonize.
You look like you could blow it up.
I mean, on record, I do a little something, you know what I mean? Look, on records, you know what I mean? I try to do my little reference. I'll do a reference. The funny thing about me is I'll do a reference. Like, I'll go in the studio, lay a couple references down, and I send them to the singers, and the singers be like, you can do that yourself. Why do you need me? It's like, yo, you already sound, da, 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 da. And I'm like, nah, I need you to sing. And they're like, no, you sound good on this. Like, blah, blah, blah. So I got records. If you hear me, I'll try once in a while, harmonize in the back. But that's what make Hot Cashay.
I think you said that you were only child growing up.
Yeah.
When you started to write, how did you gauge yourself as to how you was writing? You know, was it through your uncle or friends or?
Friends, I think I owe my writing to a few people. Actually, the brothers in the building, NY. You know what I'm saying? I never really knew, as I got older and I started making, started writing. Because when I first started writing, I just write. I just write. But it came a time when I said, yo, I want to make songs. You know what I'm saying? I want to try and really do this. So I never had like nobody tell me, yo, you just make one song a day, or you make 2 songs a day. So I used to try and make 3, 4 songs a day. And I'd be like, yo, NY, how this sound? And he'd be like, yo, you get it. And this is when I was whack. Thank you. You know what I mean? Yo, kid.
Big shout out to the brother NY.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like,
video footage.
Yeah, and I'll be like, yo, you getting it, kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I really put those like time and effort into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was living with NY, and like I would just record. Everybody go out, everybody go balling, everybody do this, go out clubbing, mess with girls. This is young, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't get in the club, but you get what I'm saying. Everybody go out Friday, I'm just recording. That was my life. Like, I just knew, like, I wanted to do this, and if I got the opportunity, I wasn't going to, let it pass me, or wasn't going to give it 100%. So I gave it 100%. Till this day, I still treat it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's some kid that's gonna be great too, and I want to be able to keep up with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I still treat it that way. It's like I wouldn't say feel like this. I have a routine. I wouldn't say an exercise. It'd be more like a routine when I write. You know what I'm saying? It's a routine. Like it's treat it like it's working out.
That's exactly what you got.
Yeah, I treat it like it's working out. I'm dead serious.
It's just like a sports figure.
Exactly.
When you rested, there's somebody in the gym doing their thing, trying to beat you.
And while you're sleeping, someone else is working.
Oh yes, most definitely. Most definitely.
So, besides music, are there any other loves that catch your interest? Sports, something else that. Is that girls?
Nah, I'm married, so I'm the married.
Still a girl.
Man,
yeah, he
right.
starts just like me.
Yeah.
All right.
If I didn't say that just now, this radio would have been problems. So I had to. Exactly. That couch would have been waiting for me.
Shout out to the wife.
Shout out to Mrs. Hop. Listen, I'm passionate about a few things. Anything I get into, I'm passionate about. Right now, I've got this. I don't think I should promote this, but I gamble a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the sports. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I gamble a lot. I'm passionate about my sports. Just passionate about my sports. I watch every game. I watch all the games. I got all the packages from baseball, football, NBA. You know what I'm saying? I'm even messing with hockey now. So it's like.
Do you incorporate the sports into your music?
Sometimes I get a little metaphor here. If it's right there, I'll use it.
Well, now that you hit the metaphors, what would you say to? I'm a school teacher. I have 6th to 8th grade middle school students.
Right.
What would you say to them? Because a lot of them don't like to write. So, what would you like to say to them to get them to understand the importance of writing?
It perfects your craft. Like writing is so important. You know what I'm saying? When you're writing bars. First of all, your grammar my grammar is terrible. I'm not even gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on it every day. Shout out to my auntie, because my auntie, she loved me so much. Like, I'll post something up and I spell it wrong, she will call me like, yo, you spelled that wrong.
I do
that. And I'll be like, dang, auntie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I spelled misunderstood the other day, MISS, like it's misunderstood, like, you know what I mean? So, but that's why it's important, people. It's important. It's funny, but it's not funny, because you gonna need to write. You gotta be able to write these rhymes. You gotta be able to understand, not just rhymes, write period, essays, everything, man. Writing is very important. If you don't know how to write, man, you gonna be messed up, man. People not gonna take you serious. When you send an email, they're gonna be like, I'm not taking it serious. This ain't got no caps all over, no period, no. Come on, you gotta know how to write. So
Yeah, I had a student that when she started with me, it was just one long run-on sentence, like all the way down to the bottom.
And you know what? I'm gonna keep it one. That's one thing my wife is. Mrs. Hobbs. I'll write it, and then she'll be like, "Okay, we're gonna go over it together." So I'm still working, and I'm an adult, so I'm still working on my writing. But it's very important while you're in school. Write as much.
There's a supervisor on my job that won't write anybody out because, he has to fill out a report or write a violation, and he can't.
Oh, see? Nah, that's not good. That's terrible. That's terrible. And now, you know what's so funny? Because when I used to work security, and I had to do write-ups and stuff, and I thought I was bad. So that's a good point. And I seen other people, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to be like them. So I always perfect your writing. Work on your writing. Write on your writing. If my son is watching, work on your writing.
Please do. It helps us teachers. It really does.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. Our kids nowadays don't understand that what you put in paper, people are actually going to see. Whether it's an email, and once that paper trail's there, it's there.
Yep.
My principal has me checking his paperwork because he wants to make sure that, because I correct everything. I have to make sure that everything is, if my name's going to be on it, it's better be right.
Now you're on these social networks, so you got to be able to write. People will make fun of you. I see it all the time. On my time, I'll wake up, somebody be like, I wish these people knew how to spell, doing all this crazy. And I'm like, I hope she talking about me.
Like those memes that say that what you're going to get for Christmas is a dictionary.
Yeah.
Because you can't spell.
Yep.
Your bio spoke of how music helps you express yourself. Growing up, you most likely spent much time thinking alone. What was it like to finally get that outlet to release through your words?
It was great. It was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't afford a therapist or whatever. I mean, I got a lot of things off my chest through my music, and I still do to this day. Learn from your music. You know what I'm saying? The things you say, you be like, wow, I was there a year ago. I was in that space a year ago.
Keeps you out of trouble.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most definitely. Hours spent just writing and recording. Hours spent. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing to be able to. I use music as an outlet, and I'm glad you brought that up because I use it, but I use it in a positive light too. Like you see what I do. Like I do the Hop Cashay days and all that stuff, and some of my stuff is good. Like I write on a positive, and some of it I try to give you both sides. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of the coin. You know how a rapper will sit up here and say killed 8 million people, he bodied but he won't tell you, yo, if you do that, this is what's gonna happen, or you shouldn't do that, brother, because teach these kids right now. These kids need to know. You know what I'm saying? Both sides. Everybody need to understand. That's what's wrong with the radio. That's what's wrong with the radio. I don't mean to jump on.
It's your show.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just thought that's what's wrong with the radio. You hear it. There's no counterpunch to it. It's just we popping bottles, we killing. There's nothing that tells you, yo, bro, I'm broke the next day, and this is what I had to go through because I popped those bottles, and I'm out here sleeping in the cold. I have no friends, and I'm messed up, and I haven't paid my child support. There's none of that out there. There's none of that out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It sucks. So.
And that's the thing that the young people are looking at that. They're only looking at that one side.
Yeah.
They're not seeing the other side.
Exactly. That's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible.
There was another thing that caught my eye in your bio. It said his approach to keep real issues relatable to day-to-day topics in his music, where hip-hop needs to address serious matters and refocus back on what hip-hop really means. Now, we definitely need to focus on the day-to-day topics. I've heard your music.
Yeah.
So I know exactly how you portray it.
Yeah.
You know, but where and how does Hop Cashay make himself fit into this hip-hop platform filled with drugs, money, and sex?
That's a great question, and it took me a long time to figure it out. That's why, if you notice, there's a gap in between the music that I was making. Like my last CD was about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. You notice that? I don't know. I did a CD called Confidential. I talked about Reaganomics and all that stuff. And, I was talking about how we need to change and stuff like that. And I I learned that through the music,